Breaking news! Big moves are happening in Las Vegas, and Raiders fans, you need to hear this. One rising star is turning heads, and another is already making his case to be a starter on defense. This isn't just practice hype. This could shape the entire season. Stick around, because what's coming might just surprise you. The Las Vegas Raiders have officially wrapped up rookie minicamp and OTAs. And now, some players are already standing out, not just as good additions, but as possible breakout stars. While many eyes were on the offense in early camps, there's a new name building serious buzz on the defensive side of the ball, Darien Porter. He might not be a household name yet, but that could change very soon. Porter made a bold move in college, switching from wide receiver to cornerback. That kind of position change is never easy, especially when you've never played the spot before. But Porter didn't back down. Instead, he worked relentlessly to learn the game from the other side of the ball. And now, that hard work is paying off. Before we get deeper into this story, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any big updates. We've got all the breaking Raiders news you need, all season long. All right, back to the latest. Under the leadership of defensive coordinator Patrick Graham, Porter is growing fast. His athleticism is obvious, but it's his dedication and focus that are setting him apart. It's early, yes, but if he keeps this up, he could be the cornerback the Raiders have been waiting for. For years, this team has struggled to find that true lockdown DB. Porter might be the answer. Darien Porter isn't just relying on athletic talent, he's building his game with precision and smart football. Even though he played most of his college years as a wide receiver, he's now using that experience to read the offense before the play even starts. He's not just reacting, he's thinking ahead. By understanding how offenses work, Porter can read formations, spot tendencies, and position himself perfectly. That's a huge advantage for a young cornerback trying to make a name for himself in the NFL. What's really impressive is how quickly he picked up the defensive game. Most people forget. He hasn't been playing DB for very long. But when you watch the tape, you wouldn't know it. Let's break down a play that shows exactly what he brings to the field. Picture this. It's man-to-man coverage. The offense has two safeties deep, but one bites on the route for just a second. The quarterback sees it and launches a deep ball down the sideline. This is what coaches call a yes-no read. The quarterback decides if his receiver has the edge. If yes, he takes the shot. If no, he checks down. On this play, Porter is left one-on-one. No safety help. Just him and the wideout in a deep ball situation. But Porter stays calm. He flips his hips, tracks the ball in the air, turns his head at just the right time, and makes the play. That's not luck. That's technique, timing, and elite awareness. What's even more impressive is how naturally he moves. His footwork is clean. His reactions are quick. His body control is elite. You can't teach instincts like that, and Porter clearly has them. This isn't just a raw athlete. This is a player with the mindset of a pro and the tools to back it up. You don't see plays like this every day. Let's take another look. Porter turns completely around mid-sprint and still manages to snag the interception out of the air. That kind of control, awareness, and timing is rare, especially for a young defensive back. And here's the key. If he hadn't turned his head around at exactly the right moment, that's an easy penalty for pass interference. But he did, and made the play clean. That's textbook. Now let's talk about one of the most impressive snaps he's put on film. A play that says everything about who Darien Porter is as a defender. In this coverage, the offense lines up with stacked receivers, one behind the other. Porter's in an outside leverage position, which means his job is to guard against any route heading to the outside. He's responsible for cutting off the sideline. When the receiver presses forward and makes his move inside, Porter sticks to him like glue. The route continues, and suddenly the receiver breaks back out. This is where most DBs lose the battle, but not Porter. Even though he has to recover ground fast, he doesn't panic. He snaps his head around, tracks the football in the air, and nearly comes down with another interception. Instead, he gets a perfect pass breakup. This isn't just raw speed, it's awareness. It's film study. It's technique. And it's happening in real time. Porter shows the kind of confidence and poise you expect from a veteran, not someone still finding their way in the league. And when you look at the rest of the Raiders' secondary, sure, you've got guys like Jacorian Bennett, Eric Stokes, and Darnay Holmes competing. But Porter? He's not just another name in the mix. He's showing signs of becoming something special. Don't be surprised if Darien Porter ends up starting at cornerback on the boundary this season. Seriously, the way he's performing, especially in Patrick Graham's defensive scheme, he fits perfectly. Let the man sit in zone coverage for a snap or two, and watch him take over. On one play, the safety shifts toward the middle of the field, creating a one-on-one opportunity down the sideline. The quarterback sees it and thinks he's found a weakness. A former wide receiver turned cornerback? Easy pickings, right? Wrong. There's no separation, not even an inch. Porter stays in tight coverage the entire route. He mirrors the receiver, reads the ball in the air, and shuts it down. That's what elite corners do. That's what this team has been missing. Now, while other names continue to get attention in minicamp, like Jermaine Pratt, Cody Lindenberg, Jeremy Chin, and Ashton Jeanty, Porter is quietly making his case louder with every snap. He's not just keeping up with the competition, he's outplaying expectations. And when you break down the tape, it's not just about flashy plays, it's about consistent positioning, clean technique, and reading the quarterback before the ball even leaves his hand. Here's another perfect example. A yes-no read. The DB turns his hips toward the middle of the field, leaving a one-on-one chance along the sideline. That's a green light for most quarterbacks, but not when Porter's in coverage. Time after time, he proves he can handle those situations. Time after time, he closes the gap, turns his head, and competes for the ball. This is how real defensive backs earn a starting job in the NFL, and Porter is doing just that. Once again, Darien Porter shows up, forcing a key incompletion by knocking the ball loose with perfect timing. And if that wasn't enough, here's one more play that really tells the story. It's press man coverage. One safety high. The quarterback takes the snap and drops back. He reads the coverage, sees the one-on-one matchup, and decides to take a shot with a back shoulder throw. To be honest, it's not a terrible pass. The safety is too far inside to help, and this is exactly the kind of throw you expect the offense to complete. But Porter shuts it down. Again. Even though he's still new to the position, he plays with poise, tracks the ball, turns at the right time, stays in control. That's high-level cornerback play, the kind that makes coaches take notice. Remember, Porter came into college as a wide receiver at Iowa State. He didn't even move to defense until later in his career, and yet, with just about a year of DB experience, he's already showing signs of something special. Why? Because he's got the tools, size, speed, intelligence, and a mindset that stands out. Porter understands how offenses think. He's been on the other side of these plays, so now, as a defender, he sees things most young corners don't. He's learning fast, and he's doing it at NFL speed. When it comes to raw athleticism, Porter is off the charts. He posted a 9.99 relative athletic score, RES, coming into the draft. Almost a perfect grade. That means elite traits across the board. Speed, 4.30 in the 40-yard dash. Burst, great vertical. Lateral movement, outstanding 10 and 20-yard splits. The only thing he lacked was a bit of weight, and that's easily fixable in the NFL. Simply put, Darien Porter is a rare athlete, a 6'4" corner with burner speed and a receiver's mind. He's exactly the kind of weapon this Raiders defense has been missing, and his time might be coming sooner than anyone expected.